It's a red side Nautilus, a red side Shen would have a lot more strength with a red side Lee Sin against a blue Maokai, as long as he can hold the lane on his side, which he should be able to do. Anytime that he can bait out arcane smashes or sapling tosses, forcing Cuvée to give up lane initiative, and it would play into the hands of a red side Lee Sin. So I feel like the red side Nautilus pick is not as good as other picks that I mentioned as a possibility, but we'll have to see what they do with it. Sol and Guger not doing too good of a job at trading early on, and Haru looking to go aggressive very early on, just has his red buff.
Before Valkyrie, there's going to be no Valkyrie here. Here he comes. The flash comes out, and the exhaust as well. That might be able to save him. There's the flash, though, and first blood going over to Crown 2 minutes into the game. They weren't expecting that, gang. Man, who is this guy? He's just exploding onto the scene with his aggression, kind of in the way that Peanut did. Uh-oh. Look at this, Ruler, not in the best spot here. He's going to flash the wall. Looks like Punch is not going to flash just yet. Going to rely on the Zyra, and that he does the heal, though. Oh, but he lands the Sonic Wave and flashes away. But nice job by KDM to follow up with a kill onto Zyra. Looks like she got a little bit too close, trying to lock down that kill.
Edge under enormous amounts of pressure right now. Can't really afford to recall, but the problem is that his lane is shoving into Crown, and this puts so much pressure on Punch, because even if Punch comes here to help him shove this wave, here's the problem. He's already down in levels, and it's going to get worse in oh no, Cuvée.
Cuvé's here, and he's got his flash. He didn't use it before. That's going to be another kill going over to Samsung. So much focus on this mid lane. They do not want Korka to be farming at all. They're waiting here. There are no wards.
They're trying to set something up. Sol and Guger apparently sniffing that something could be up, but the range at which they can start this via a flash ultimate out of Ruler.
Oh, they're going to be counter-engaged here, but KDM is going to go down too fast. And just a nice set of ultimates there from Kongdoo Monster. But uh-oh, going to force the exhaust out here. Ruler doing a ton of damage too, and Guger almost going down to the Graves ultimate, but does get away. There's a ward there, though. The Chain of Corruption does miss. Still a ton of damage coming out, and Guger's going to go down. They didn't even need Crown.
Yeah, they didn't need Crown. They knew that Guger didn't have Flash, and so there was basically no way for him to get out of that. Just a little bit too far forward, and an excellent punish from Ruler and KDM. Haru now going to pick up the Cloud Drake. Laning phase is still pretty healthy this game, so the Cloud Drake actually going to have a lot of effectiveness.
And look at this, Haru with that red buff. Oh, he just does so much damage still in this game. He's going to secure that bot tower, the first blood tower, going over to Samsung. Yeah, he had the big package. I think he was, well, he's going to flash away from that. Sol is kind of okay, but look at how much damage he took. Here comes Roach now. Looks like he's TP'd top, but not able to get that kick off. Haru does get away.
Meanwhile, in mid lane, Cuvée and Crown basically able to make quick work of the mid-tier 1 turret, and now they're going to begin to move their way up to top lane, and even if Edge beeline straight for top, you can't stop that Maokai, and if Crown puts the ball on him, people are just going to end up going down.
Every time Kongdoo went for a play or like some kind of risky maneuver, Samsung was like, okay, we'll take your turret, we'll take a dragon, we'll do this. And they just, you know, maybe not quite on SKT's level of capitalization, but definitely doing a fantastic job of it in this game. So you can see Kongdoo now moving on over. Haru actually getting rooted up here, and here comes Lee Sin. Down he goes. And just getting caught there is Haru.
Yep. And they are just going to be able to take down this dragon. There's no ability for Kongdoo to contest this, even if they wanted to.
458, I saw it right before he recalled. Well, here we go. Edge gets locked up once again. Command Shockwave, too much damage. And down he goes. Now 0-3 is Edge. He has been bullied this entire game. He must not be feeling too good. And Haru, he wants something, but he will be kicked away. And, you know, with that, they do chunk down a bunch of the health. Maybe they can transition into something here. But unfortunately, Haru's going to get picked off again, going just a little bit too aggressive. And doesn't matter how low Punch is if he doesn't go down. And losing Haru means that they're going to lose a lot of pressure there in that jungle.
And Yeah, this is going to go down, and I'm so excited to actually see their movement speed. I want to see how fast Misfortune moves. All right. So now everyone basically has mobility boots. Went out of combat. And that's really
look
difficult.
at this. Oh boy, CoreJJ recalling on a ward. That's pretty unfortunate. Now it's 5v4 around the Baron. Cuvée coming from the top side, and here comes Ruler too. Chain of Corruption going on to Edge, and he's gonna be bursted down immediately. Nice bullet time in the back to do a ton of damage to Roach, and there you go. Finally, they get 2 kills here. They do take a 5-3 person lead, and now maybe they can go for this Baron.
Yep, they're gonna go for the Baron. Crown and CoreJJ trying to zone out Punch. They kill the blasting plant, so any trip into Baron is even more likely to be a one-way trip if Punch were to try to take it. You can see that they're just trying to keep him out. Cougar, Soul, and Punch trying to fight for position.
CoreJJ gets very low, but look at that. Punch goes in with the exhaust, but Crown very low too, not able to get that off. And CoreJJ almost loses his life too.
Oh, but Lee Sin went down.
Huh.
Turret finally goes down.
Cougar almost eating the command shockwave is forced to flash back, and Cougar wants it, but the bullet time coming in, huge amounts of damage. Down goes Cuvée though. And they do get that turret, but not the inhibitor after Maokai does go down. Cuvée is gonna get Enchanted Crystal arrowed, and now Edge is coming from the right side. Not sure if he's going to be able to get out of this one as Nautilus joins the pack, but the bullet time is going to try to get everybody away. Now Punch is going to go down right after Zyra, and the big bait play, not sure if it was intentional, but Cuvée kind of gets everybody on his, or rather the people on Kongdoo in trouble as they go for that kill. Use so much for it.
Cuvée has teleport, and when it's called in from that location, that should signal that they're wanting to end it. 30 seconds on Punch, 20 seconds remaining on Cougar. They're gonna rotate down, get this inhibitor as well. And even if they don't end it right here, now they're gonna walk their way back towards the Dragon Pit, and they're gonna look to get oh, never mind actually. They're gonna push on and try to go for a triple inhibitor before going for Elder Drake.
Yeah, and they should be able to. 5v3 for a very long time. Zyra does respawn, but not gonna matter as they do take out the 3rd inhibitor in the base of Kongdoo and begin to back off now. 1v5 as Ruler pokes. Nice dodge there with the Valkyrie, but as you see in the multi-view, we got a massive push going in the main base, and everybody from Kongdoo Monsters not going to be allowed to get back. A big flash there from Soul to get away. The bullet time on the left side, but look at the base. The Nexus is now open, and this will be game number 1 going over to Samsung, no doubt, as they take down the last members of Kongdoo Monster before taking out that Nexus. And there you go, GG. Down goes the Nexus. Game number 1 going over to Samsung.
Game 1 going to Samsung in a very, very decisive victory.